Let her rip.
All right, we're back. We're hot tanked. Cleaned all the parts, all the hard parts, painted the case. Yeah, and we are going to now drive out the pump bushing, which is right in here. You have to get a driver. Should just give it like 1 or 2 good hits, and there you go, it's out. Now, to put the new bushing in, there's these 2 little like stakes that go in the side here and here. Can't really see it all that well. Clip basically where it was machined together, and you can't stake it this way or you'll break the bushing. So you have to put it in there. It has to be very square or it won't go in right. All right, well, you want to put your where there's a little like S here, and you want to put that at 3 o'clock. If you have your stakes at 12 and 6, you want to put the little S at 3 just so you know it's super out of the way. Then you line it up. You have to keep it very nice and square, and you have to get a bushing driver that's bigger than the bushing, or you'll just push the bushing straight through. So you want it to be flat with it, and then once it's already flat, you want to push it down just a little bit more because there's a little bit of a race there. Now that it's drove in, you want to get the same bushing driver that you used to push it out to just tap it down just a little bit under that race there. You could barely see it, but there is a race, and if it's not down, the bushing won't be seated correctly.
Mr. Magoo, your eyes are so close to that thing.
Dude, I can't see.
Is it bright enough in here?
Yeah, it's fine. I just had to make sure that
you need the light?
Seated. No, that's good.
All right.
That race is small. All right. Now we're going to stake it here. You should have this at about a 45-degree angle, because if you don't, you'll crack it and you won't stake it right, and then the bushing will just spin inside the pump. Just want to give it 1 good hit. All right, so we're going to put these Teflon rings on. These Teflon rings are better for high pressure applications, and a lot of people don't like using them because they're hard to put on, but if you just rotate them to about half their diameter, just hold it there for just a second. They'll look like that. They'll go on actually fairly easily. And you want them to sit, I'll show you with the other one here. You don't want them to sit like this, you want to sit like that. So this one, I'm just going to do the same thing. Put it up to about half its diameter here. Hold there for just a second. And then shut it on. Alright. We're gonna use a drive this bushing out. This front drum bushing, very important to replace these whenever you're doing a transmission rebuild. Once again, just like all the other bushings, 1 or 2 good hits should come out. Or like 4. It's the old bushing. Here's the new bushing.
Flip the drum. Oh no, you're right. I'm sorry. You're right.
Put this one square. Make sure it's so go down nice and easy.
How's it look?
Very flush.
All right, what you can do is spin it on the pump now to make sure the same way you spun the pump on the converter.
This?
Make sure it spins easy. Is it down all the way?
Yep.
Look at the side of it and see if it's down all the way.
Side of this?
Yeah.
It's against that washer.
Okay. Is that bushing standing up a little bit higher than the stator? Or is it flush with the stator?
One side's a little bit higher.
All right. Then tap that side down. Because that bushing has to be low. Yeah, beautiful.
It should spin very easily. A little bit of resistance, but not much.
All right. You're on.
All right. So we had to go out to the shop and get a new piston because, as you can see, two different pistons here. This is a 10 and this is a 15. With a reverse manual valve body, you need a 15 spring. So if you have a 10, you're going to need to find a 15. So we're going to take, there was just an old seal on here. We're just going to take this one off to replace it with a new one.
While you're doing that.
Yeah. So also about once I'm done doing this right here, you just want to just get a bunch of trans gel in there. Doesn't really matter. It's all going to dissolve eventually anyway. You have these clutches, but you need to soak them in trans fluid for 15 minutes first. So you got a big bucket of trans fluid right here. Soak it in there. Put it in there. Go around here. Erase. All right. So we're going to measure the clutch pad clearance right now. Got dial indicator there. You got to always hold the drum down or just want to jump up. And it's 4 thousandths.
You got to make sure that you keep that rubber tip blow gun in the pump.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, do it again.
So now we got to remeasure our clutch pad clearance. And we are right at 95.
Perfect. All right, we're gonna do the rest tomorrow because I got.
Today we're going to be building the rear clutch. Just a continuation of this video. It's the next day, but nevertheless we're going to get moving. All right, we're going to put the new lip seals on this piston here. Lip down. Use this seal tool. Put some pressure. That's in. Now pull this rear clutch up, rear drum up. Put in your Bellevue spring. Your spacer. And your wavy snap ring. Yep. Now we're going to install this pressure plate. It's this pressure plate first with the little hump on it. Goes down first. And your clutch. A steel. And a clutch. And a steel. And so on until you get to your last pressure plate. There should be 4 clutches and 3 steels. Alright, so we're going to check our clutch pad clearance, hold down the drum, just light pressure, and it should be anywhere between 20 and 30 thousandths. And just lift up on it. Okay, so now we're done with the drum. This is what it looks like when it's all the way done. You get your new nylon washers on there. Right there, you just do the exact same thing that you did with the other ones, just in half, just a little bit, just like half the diameter. Hold it there for a second, put them on. Get your washer in there. can't really see it all that well. Washer in there. All new clutches, snap rings, belly spring, and piston. Everything's right. Clutch by clearance is good. Now we're going to do the output shaft and everything else. You can get it on there. Just like that. Make sure it's snapped in. That's on there. Now you have a bearing here. This bearing goes down with that groove down. Put that in. Sometimes they're a little hard to get on there. There you go. Just sometimes if all the splines are right and everything's lined up, you could do it in one shot. Not always though. So put your front annulus on and then just put in your front planetary here.
The light on?
Yep.
You're good to go.
All right, to speed up this assembly process, we just put in the bolt-in sprag. There's been a video on that on the CRT channel already. Put in oil pan stud kit, billet, low reverse, servo, and then just put in our accumulator and our other servo here. That's all we did, and then I'm going to show you the rest here. First, we're going to start by putting in our output shaft here. Usually like to lube up the inner race here just with some trans gel. Let's get a swivel 9/16. So we got our low reverse band in there, our low reverse drum. We put our rear annulus and our rear planetary in there. Got our thrust washer on there. That's all seated down. Now we have to put our sun shell on, which will just go in just like that. And then our front annulus and our front planetary with our thrust washer on the bottom. That's trans-gelled in there already. And there you go. Now that's in there, we could put our snap ring in. Alright, now that our snap ring's in, we can put our front and rear clutches in, which is over here, and our band, our front band. Right. So usually you can just hold it just like this, both of them together. Almost forgot here. Saw it not being in there, realized I needed something. Gotta have that washer in there. Just trans-gel it on there so it doesn't move. Now it's trans-gelled up on there. Push it down so it doesn't move. Load in your front and rear clutches here. Hopefully you guys can see that all right. And sometimes it just takes some wiggling and some turning to get in. And and started to go in there. Alright, John, like attempt number like 7, okay? I'm gonna get it, alright? I know what you'd say if you were here right now. It's a feel. I know what you'd say. Don't even worry about it. Because I know it's a feel, and I know I don't have that feel. But I'll get that feel, eventually.
The first drifters invented drifting out here in the mountains by feeling. So feel it.
Now you have all of these pump washers. They all have to go, even on this plate, they have to go on the back, so they don't have to go on the back head of the bolt. They need to go on the back of the plate to keep the fluid from coming out. Usually pull it in with a ratchet to make sure it's properly torqued and pulled in evenly.
Once you got 2 of the bolts tight on each side and the pump is flush, you got to make sure you can turn the input shaft, otherwise that'll tell you the drums are all the way in.
Alright, so now once you have 2 of the bolts tightened down, you need to make sure that the input shaft turns. It's going to be hard to turn, but you still should be able to turn it. So then you can put the rest of the bolts in. I'll do that now. Alright, now that our park rod's on, we're going to put our valve body in there. Now that that's on, we can put our oil pan gasket on here. very easy to line up this pan and the gasket with the CRT stud kit. All right, now we got our oil pan all done. Everything else all buttoned up and everything. Now we're just making sure that this linkage moves freely, goes through all the gears, which it does. Make sure it holds in park. We got the GPZ clutches. We got the bolt-in sprag, the thick band strut, low band billet servo, accumulator with the blocker rod. We have all new bushings and washers. It's rebuilt. It's ready to go. In order to pick up this trans, you're gonna have to bring us a 727 big block core, but the price is $2,000 for local pickup only, just because you have to drop off the core. And you need to have a core to come pick it up. $2,000, and this transmission is yours. This transmission can be yours. All you have to do is call the shop at 219-690-0100. You can put down a small deposit and we can reserve it for you. It'd look real good under your Christmas tree. I think if you wrap it up, I mean, if you're a car guy, you know what it is, but it's all right. This trans is rated up to 500 horsepower. It's ready to go, ready to install. It'd be a great street trans. All right, guys, thanks for watching. More power to you. All right, okay. Damn it. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay. Alright, guys. Camera mishaps. Jesus. Alright. We are gonna do our band adjustments now. Giannis, you're gonna see this, yeah, you're gonna see this. I totally forgot the inch pounds. I think it's 72, or it could be 92. I know there's a 2 for the band adjustments. What you want me to tell the people? I'm pretty sure it's 72. I'm gonna ask you when I get in here. I'll probably just go to you, but I might have to I don't want to shut the camera off, but I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to shut the camera off. There's a phone call too. Hello, CRT. Yeah, this is Lucas. Is John in? Oh no. Oh well. That's how my basic morning goes. Is John in? No, I'll have him give you a call when you get back. When's he gonna be back? I don't know. When's my part going up? I'll have John call you. Well, it was that prick guy, whatever that guy is. He was like, there should be a valve body, maybe sitting on his bench. And I'm like, I ain't gonna go rummage through his stuff. I don't know what your valve body looks like, dude. I mean, don't get me wrong, I was nice to the guy. He called me, he was like...
Yeah, especially if you stand on that side of the trans, because you're closer to the sun.
This side?
Yeah, but stand a little that way. They're right there.
Alright. Alright, so that concludes our build in our 727 big block. I installed the CRT-2X reverse manual valve body with low band apply, oil pan stud kit, CRT oil pan with the drain plug. We got the GPC. That's it, yeah.
GPZ.
GPZ.
Yeah.
All right. We got the GPC Z clutches.
Say it again.
We got the GPC.
You did it again. You did it again.
I know.
Take 5.
Take 5. Take 5. All right.
Say it.
All you have to do is call the shop 690-0100.
Everybody's from out of town, so you got to say 219. Take 5. Take 25.
Take 25.
I'm gonna make a bloopers tape of this.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great because you know.
Give me a stupid look in the camera. There you go. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, bloopers tape. I have a terrible. Like, there's so many of them. Anyway.
All right, Joe Biden, take 29.
Take 29. All right. This transmission is gonna be yours. All you have to do is call the shop at 219-690-0100. You can put down a small deposit and we can reserve it for you.
And it would look so nice underneath your Christmas tree. Say that.
It'd look real good under your Christmas tree. I think if you wrap it up, I mean, if you're a car guy, you know what it is, but it's all right. That's it. I mean, that's really it. Wait, there's probably one more thing that I could say. Up to 500 horsepower.
It's rated up to 500 horsepower, big black 727. It'd be a great street trans.
All right. This trans is rated up to 500 horsepower. It's ready to go, ready to install. It'd be a great street trans. Come pick it up. That's all I got. Or whatever his name was. And I'm like, okay, hi, how are you? CRT, good morning. How are you guys doing? And he's like, oh, I'm good. Like, he's like, I sent a valve body out. I was wondering if it got built or whatever. And I'm like, I honestly couldn't tell you. John does all the valve bodies. And he's like, can you go look? And I'm like, I don't really know where it's at. Like, it could be on his bench. It could be built. It could be packaged. It could be, like, on its way to the post office. I don't know. I don't know anything. Like, I'm not the parts guy here. And he's like, all right. I'm like, I'll just take down your name and number and have John call you. And then he walked in the door. And, you know, I don't even know why I'm telling you this. I'm just trying to talk to you, like, get a good laugh out of you, like, when you're, like, hanging out at home, like, editing this video. There's a couple of them in here. Well, you're, wait.
3 weeks later.
I'm a dumbass. You're going to see the other ones before you see this one. I hope you got a good laugh out of me building this, like, because I kind of know, like, what's going on. Oh, it's back. Okay, the camera this is why I'm doing this, because the camera keeps turning on and off, keeps going black and shit. I didn't turn on the fucking air compressor. I'm a dumbass. Yeah, I'm a fucking, stop doing that. I don't know if it's still recording when the screen goes black. Because it goes black and it's like, stop, what the fuck? Anyway. Alright, well, this is going to be the video. So, John, I'll be right back.
What must be what? What must be what?
Don't you know a joke when you hear one?